Hello, everybody. My name is Sandy, and this is the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers podcast. And this is another installment of Hexhilaration with Matt Thompson. This is our weekly offering of Breathwork. It's a time where we hope that you're pausing with us and taking a break from your busy workday or whatever it is that you're doing, and just be. You know, the art of being. It's a practice, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean,
a lot of practice.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, I have many nicknames. One of them is the hummingbird. But you know, I've been practicing now with Matt for over a year. I wish I was more like concerted about like remembering dates and stuff. You know, some people are really good at that.
Yeah.
But I know it's been at least a year now. And of course, during the pandemic, we were all very, disconnected and disassociated even from our own breath with the masks and with like the being so self-conscious, right, of being in everybody's personal space, which I did appreciate, of course, but it just feels so good to be back and be hugging and be breathing in public again. So we're here at 63 Washington Street right now. And I just wanted to tell you really quickly about an event we have going on this Friday. It's a positivity infusion workshop. It'll be a meditation of sorts. I know there's going to be some music involved. And we're going to move up to Open Door Yoga Studio. So we're going to meet at 7 p.m. down here at 63 Washington Street. And then we're going to take our shoes off and we're going to get all comfy and cozy and we're going to head upstairs and we're going to breathe together. And that is limited to, I think, about 25 people. So I don't know what this positivity infusion workshop is all about because I will be experiencing it for the first time myself. But I'm really excited about it.
And who's leading that?
Oh, so Mark is leading it from Healing is for Everyone. And that is a 501c3 nonprofit. And he's doing some amazing work in the community by supporting healers who are essentially doing free and sliding scale services for those in need.
Yeah.
So somebody who's actually like supporting the healers and holding space for the healers. So I think that that's really important work. And I'm really happy that Mark found us. And every Friday night is an alcohol-free support group. It's a group. And we get together and we say it doesn't really matter what you're healing from. If you are actively working on your healing, it is, again, a sober night, alcohol-free night to support our friends in the recovery community. And just frankly, because we all need to take a break from those substances sometimes. So it's a nice little accountability group. So come down, make some friends, and pcsam.org, sign up for our newsletters and keep in touch because Soul Saturday, we have a different DJ and that's how you find out who's coming to the altar.
Exactly.
So what's going on with you today, Matt?
Not much. Just quiet.
Hanging out.
Kind of having a quiet day.
Reading some books about quantum physics and light stuff like that.
Yeah. Exactly. And just kind of focus on our topic today for bringing more patience into our, moments that we're having every day. I think we're always like so high strung and anticipating like our triggers or like events, and we're kind of like always tensed up a little bit. I don't think we sit back and relax enough.
I think the art of listening became lost, right, too? Like I think just sitting and listening is a real practice of patience for people nowadays because we are so instant gratification. And so, being that kind of friend that holds space and listens is also, I don't know.
Well, I think it's like tied into the same thing, like how we react to like everything. It's like people are just ready to jump in really quick and interrupt you and not let you finish. Mm-hmm. And so, I think the patience of being able to let people like have the flow when they have it without intervening is a big one. Mm-hmm. Mm.
We even started to talk about maybe passing around a piece of selenite or like a talking stick, in a circle.
Yeah, we did.
Just to try to teach people, to take that pause. Yeah. And I like it when you do that, Matt. Like you'll often say, like somebody will say something in a circle and you always say, let's breathe that in.
Yeah.
Like before you just jump to the next person. And that's that act of, showing that patience is an act of kindness. Mm-hmm. Letting that person's intention resonate into the kind of the ether for a minute. So everyone can absorb it, right?
Exactly. Because I think that's part of the problem. We're in such a rush. We don't take in everything that people are saying. And then kind of like everything else we've been talking about the last few weeks, you miss out, right? If we don't absorb it, take it in what they're really saying and really hearing, what the person's like saying.
Or even hearing your inner voice. Sometimes I think we rush through that and don't listen to our own gut sometimes too, even to get to the next thing, right?
Or we're not aware of it.
right?
Right. So that's even worse. Yeah. So if you want, we can go ahead and get into it.
All right, I'm gonna go take
You
a
can go get
comfortable
nice and
position
comfortable.
on the floor. We recommend you do the same. Maybe get a blanket, some water.
Yeah, so just let the stillness come in for a moment. And just open your mouth and just take a couple deep breaths in and out. And just set yourself into the moment right now. And just let the day go. Just kind of exhale everything out. And just for a moment, just kind of settle into a nose breath into the stomach. And fall into these breaks of silence. Fall into this comfort. And just really just fall into the breath right now. And allow for the breath to bring you in to your body. And just allow for a moment for the sensations or feelings that you have within inside you. Just allow for them to come alive. If you're feeling any tension anywhere or if something comes up, breathe into it. And just allow yourself to drop into the energy within inside you, the tingling, the sensation, the lightness. Into this stillness right now. And this right here is about as simple as it can get. I think sometimes when we think about losing our patience quickly, we're not always comfortable in this total silence, like what we're having right now with these pauses. So see if you can just find the energy within you and just really hone in on bringing the energy up from within inside you. And just find that heat source, that light. Feel it engulf your entire being. And just stay with the breath. And allow for the breath to bring you into the energy within. And like what Sandy was saying in the beginning, like, this is a lot of work. And if you're able to find that lightness right now, just that sense of calmness throughout your entire body, able to scope out and find the tension that you wanted to let go or that needed to be let go of. But the more we practice this right here, this calmness, and being really true to your moment right now, the moment of breath, the moment of coming from the internal energies, really coming from the heart space. And the more we practice this, we can use this and find this more rapidly. We can bring this energy into our being at any time. And this is why that breathing for 5 minutes twice a day through the nose and staying with your breath is so important too. Trying to establish that new routine, so hopefully everyone out there is doing that. And when we think of patience, to check in with how you're feeling through a breath throughout the day is something that has helped me. I used to set a timer to go off every 60 minutes or 90 minutes, and I would do like a check-in at that time. And just check in into the inner energies and just see how I'm feeling. You can also check in, regarding knowing like what your triggers are, right? As well too. So if you know you're stepping into a situation that's a trigger, to recognize that and to be able to find like a moment to check in again. And for a moment right now, I want you to come up with a trigger, something that's pretty regular within your day. And just bring that trigger to the forefront. And for a moment, see if you can experience how your body begins to react to the trigger. Not so much like you might briefly come up with like how you act, but once you recognize that, really drop into the body and what is activating. You are just in a state of calmness. So is there like a little earthquake happening somewhere in you when you come up with this trigger? Is something activating? And if you're feeling the energy activating, just breathe with it for a moment and stay with it. And just really begin to understand how you feel with this particular trigger or event or person or car or whatever it may be. And now exhale it out fully through the mouth and just release and push this energy away. And just do that a few times. Just let the energy go, let the trigger go. and just push it all out and drop back into this moment right now. And just let it disperse. Let the energy within you disperse that energy out. And fully let it go for a moment. And drop back into your energy fully. And maybe just even bring energy into the heart center. Bring your breath into the heart. Feel the energy just kind of, the prana, the air, feel it be drawn into that heart center. And just fall back into the stillness. The sense of peace, sense of alignment. I'm going to invite you, for whatever trigger you had before, I'm going to invite you to come up with a mantra for yourself for this specific trigger to help you with your patience. Like it can be, I am okay, I am love, I speak only positive words. Whatever mantra for you fits this particular scenario, I'm just going to invite you to find something for yourself and just breathe into that for a moment. And in a moment, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare to go into this event again. But this time, before we go into the event, I'm going to invite you to find some personal space before you begin this next moment. And just to breathe into your heart space. And just drop into the breath for a moment. And if you need to, even be breathing in the mantra, if you feel like that is something. And just go into it. Let's restructure your energy before you go in. So the energy you had before, just your thoughts alone will bring up the energy that does not serve you. So if we take a brief moment and find the energy from within the heart, the energy from within inside us, and repeat like a beautiful mantra to help the mindset, we can reset our energy before we enter this moment. And we can really bring a new energy into the space and just be present with the moment and what needs to be done. Come in with a sense of creativity, openness, compassion. And then now I'm going to invite you to take this energy and now re-enter that triggering event and see yourself coming at it from this light. This light of having a little bit more patience, more calmness, and focusing on the moment of what needs to be done within that moment. And letting our actions, our words, and just imagine yourself coming in the situation with this energy right now. And then when you're done, just fall into the stillness and the quietness and just return to the energy within you. And just go back to being balanced and whole and back to this present moment. And just take your time. If you're still working through it, it's fine. And so we've, have talked about this before on the show and done a similar exercise. I've given different, I know I've given like a different way of doing this as well. But this is just another example of sometimes if we look at our day to day, we run and move quickly from one scenario to another scenario to another scenario. We don't always take that time to check in because we're just rushing. I have only this much time, or I have to be here at this time, but if we make an attempt at checking in a little bit more often and resetting our energy and practice this, we can maybe change our moments to be much less stress when we come from the inner energies from within. Because now we're not focusing on the energy from outside us, having that dictate how the moment will go. So let's have the energy from within be expressed so that we can have more joy in that moment and maybe not be so miserable or full of negative energy or thoughts. Because the reverse of what I'm talking about here, like the yin and the yang, is going to be that we practice going into the trigger and having the negative emotions come out, the words, or the anger, or the anxiety. And so when we're rushing and moving quickly, and we're allowing for the trigger to come alive within our body before we enter that moment, then that's what we're practicing. We're practicing our old pattern. The same feelings, the same sensations. Sometimes the same regrets when we walk away, wishing that we didn't maybe say or do something. And then just find that peaceful moment right now in this stillness, this quietness. And the mantras are nice. It's nice to have many different mantras as the mind gets busy and something comes up. For myself, the mantras really help me bring me back to the present. So I think the more that we come up with these for ourselves, and maybe even be specific to situations. And so just drop back into that nose breath. And we'll do a little breath exercise here, which we've done a few times. So we're going to go to the box breathing. So what's going to happen with the box breathing, we're going to do 3 rounds. Trying not to pause and just to keep going. So it's going to be 1 round is going to be an inhale for a 4 count. At the end of the 4 count, we're going to hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. And that'll be 1 round. And then we're inhale for 4, hold for 4, and repeat that. Now the hard part with this breath is trying to stay relaxed with the inhale and exhale, to not try and be too greedy and drawing in too quick. And controlling the exhale can be rather difficult. So I'm going to invite you with this box breath right now to try and find the balance between the hold and the inhale and the exhale. With the hold, see if we can find a balance with the breath. And to really be able to control it. We'll take a break after the 3 rounds, and then we will try another round. So I just invite you just to let it out for a moment and just breathe in any manner that fits for you. I'm going to count down from 3, and then we'll begin the first inhale for 4. And just let everything out, drop back into the moment. You can do this breathing just with your nose if you're more advanced. If it's somewhat new or you're having trouble with this, breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Especially if you definitely don't practice this regularly, I'm going to suggest breathe out with the mouth. And try and remember to control and find balance with the breath. In 3, 2, 1, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now just bring yourself back to balance. Bring the body back to balance and breathe in any way that fits you right now. Take a deep breath in, let it out, and just restore balance. See if you can find that. Restore the balance within, bring it back into control. Feel the heart beating. Feel the body, feel the tension go away. And just drop back into the space within you. And the energies within will restore the balance rather quickly. And just bring that breath down. And just fall back into this moment of silence. Quiet the mind. Come from the energy within. Can you feel the energy, the glow? And then we're going to do this box breath one more time, so 3 more rounds. Trying to control the breath. And just have the awareness. If you're struggling with it or it's not even, just have the awareness of it. And it's just something to work on. We are creating a little tension and stress with the hold. And then we want to find that balance through the inhale and exhale. So 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just return. Let it all out and restore yourself to balance. And this is like even taking that quick pause right now, like just checking. Maybe the body was a little out of balance, a little tension. And just focus on bringing yourself to balance within. And for myself, as I've been able to do these checks and come at moments that are coming with a little bit more balance and compassion, and I'm coming from energies within me, specifically the heart. It can change the day for myself and others around me. Slow things down, have a little bit more patience, slow the body down, let the stress go, and find the more creative you through this patience. Because we're not being as creative as we can be if we're coming at it from stress and we're reacting physically, where our body's reacting to external situations or people or the past. And so, whatever your situation was today that you chose, you can do this on your own and just practice any scenario, just like any athlete or whatever, we're going to practice to get to whatever level we achieve. But without the practice, then how much are we really going to achieve? And even remembering one of the things at my other job we've been talking about is just kind of going backwards and redoing the basics with kids on a team. And because all of this is so essential. If you have a desire to have a little bit more patience with everything, with your moments, to be able to have more experiences coming from this energy within, more calmness, a brighter, more beautiful energy, a more beautiful smile, more beautiful words, no preconceived thoughts of, just hurting someone or making them feel bad or voicing an opinion that will be push their buttons. But we just find the balance. For you are that balance. You can be this balance as much as you want. You can bring this into your day as much as you choose to. For you are the balance. You can bring one breath into this sensation, into this feeling within inside you to bring about this balance. Let the negative energy go and let the body be overtaken by this sensation of balance that you have created. Create this sense of balance within the mind. Develop a relationship with this sense of balance. It is there for you, for the taking, all the time. This is one breath away to restore some balance so that we can come at everything with a little bit more patience, a little bit more kindness. And we will cultivate more patience into our day every moment we keep doing this. Until we have truly just blossomed into a whole new you, flower, whatever you want to be. And this will open up your creativity, sound decision making, more pauses. Just sit back and relax and enjoy your moments. Don't rush through it. And then I just invite you at this time just to lightly start waking yourself up. Just start wiggling the body, wiggling the fingers, stretching a little bit, moving your head side to side. And then slowly bring yourself back into the space around you. And the box breathing, like I've said before, is nice. It's it activates the body. It creates a little bit of stress in there, um, and then really work on bringing back that balance as quickly as we can. And when we think of losing our patience or becoming upset real quick, that's losing control of the sensations within the body. Right, we're going back to old energies. And by holding our breath, it's creating like a similar pattern where it's creating some stress within the body, but then through the breath, we're finding the balance and bringing it back to balance. And so hopefully that is something that helps you today. Sandy's slowly coming back to life over there, rolling her eyes.
Yeah, I always.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I always debate even getting back on the camera.
I know. Yeah,
because
right.
I always come from this other world, and then I'm supposed to be like, "Hey, Earth,
I'm
how's it
back.
going down here?" Oh yeah, I just think that this is such an important. I just can't believe I was like 43 years old before. Like, I mean, again, I have always heard of breath, using the breath in yoga,
Right.
And with movement. But my biggest challenge in life has not been how to move; it's been how to be still.
Yeah.
I mean, so what a gift. Just giving ourselves these moments to be still. And as time is going on, I don't know exactly what is happening to my brain, but it seems as though like every week I go deeper and I'm getting visions. Like visions are coming to me as if I was having a psychedelic experience. Yeah. So thanks for that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and
That's
I think
part of the beauty of it.
Something that you said that just resonates with me, and that is one of the primary kind of messages of the church, is that your words have a frequency, and they carry a weight, and they affect not just your mind, but the mind and the energy field of those around you, right? So the more of us that are walking in this more peaceful state and in our waking life, we're going to positively, obviously, affect the type of change that this world really needs right now, which is just, again, nobody's patient. Everybody wants that instant gratification. So this is an awesome wellness tool. And that's really what we're doing here at PCS&M. We're bringing wellness and healing modalities to the community in a way that's very accessible, approachable, and frankly, it's free. Your breath does not cost a penny. And so when people, I can't afford, it's kind of crazy, it's bougie, whatever. No, this isn't that. This is just learning to control yourself, in a way.
Absolutely, yeah.
So thank you, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And so when are you going to be back from your adventure? So you're going to be joining us next week live from Great Britain.
Yeah, I will. I leave Thursday morning, and I'll be back the following, I think, Friday morning or something.
Matt's going to be out there furthering his studies.
A little bit, yeah. So I'm excited, I'm excited. I'm ready to get away.
Well, I feel like the more you know, then the more we know.
Exactly.
The more you know, guys. You heard it here first.
But yeah, I'm super excited.
All right, so we're gonna attempt to beam Matt in next week, and hopefully that goes well. If not, we'll play a rerun.
We'll figure it out.
I'm sure we will. And Mercury's out of retrograde, like Thursday or Friday, so we'll be golden. And then so just once again, guys, follow us at pcsam.org. We do have a membership, which brings you these 8 free classes a month, plus the free astrology report every Monday at high noon. And then don't forget to come down and actually check us out in person or twitchtv.com/PCSM Church on Saturdays, where we have a different DJ take to the altar and raise the vibration for the congregation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Well, have a great day, everybody. Reminding you, your words do cast spells and your thoughts have the power to change.